PPI is behind us, CPI still ahead, and the SPY with a new all-time high closing. Hey there, Tamir from FIBONACCI-Traders.com here. Daily market recap, like, subscribe, and let's see the charts. When PPI came out, we got ourselves this flash to the downside, all the way down to the 51.93, and then as the day went by, bears went away, bulls came strong and closed the day almost at the 52.52. Now this is the futures, and this is how it looks on the SPY on the daily. SPY closed with a new all-time highs. Now all we need to do is a good reaction from the CPI, and then we will go to the 543.60. QQQ did not close with the new all-time highs, but almost. 441 is a very important support. Next resistance 450, and then 460, 471. Be careful, CPI can throw the market each way. It can throw the market to the downside, back to the 435. Good reaction, and we will see 460 and 471. Don't go anywhere, we have many stocks to talk about. We will talk the Magnificent 7, each and every one of them. We will talk about PLTR, and of course the meme stock mania, AMC and GME, and many more stocks. So like, subscribe, don't fast forward, don't go anywhere. Dow Jones holding the 394 area, just inch away from new all-time highs at the 399, above it 404, 412, below the 393, and we will see 390. IWM with 1% to the upside, closed the day with a doji all the way to the 207. Now the 204 is the support, 207.50 is the resistance. Just look left, it was resistance over here. Now breaking up and above, and we will see the 212 area. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? How the market will react to the CPI numbers, how the market will close tomorrow to the 532, or going back to the 513 in the next days after CPI. QQQ also, can we get new all-time highs going towards the 460 or back to the 435? Let me know in the comments below. Super interesting to know what you think. Bitcoin, for the time that I'm recording this video, as you can see, in the past few days, 7-8 days already, just sideways move, holding above the 6,500 but below the 63k, and we are still inside a downtrend channel, bearish on all time frames. Ethereum, same thing, sideways move, but slowly grinding down each and every day that goes by. New lower lows, lower highs inside this yellow trend, downtrend channel below the 2800. We will see 26, 24, and back to the 21. Overall, all crypto land is just under bearish sentiment. MAGS, the Magnificent 7 ETF, look at this, new all-time highs on the Magnificent 7, closing new all-time highs, long continuation, and we will see 41.50, 42, and continuation grinding up towards this blue trend line. SOXX 1.66% to the upside, very bullish day, bullish on all time frames, breaking above, closing above the yellow zone. Now let's see the 223 holding a support. I want to see another day or two basing above the 224 area, and then 230 and 240 to the upside. But bad reaction from the market to the CPI, and be prepared for this gap to get filled at the 212. KRE grinding up another day with 1.17% to the upside. The 50 area from resistance now becomes support, grinding up towards the 52.30 gap inside this short-term bounce, short-term uptrend channel, but bullish on all time frames. KRE, as long as above the 50 area, it's good to go on the long side. Apple, another day with a doji hanging above the 185 area from resistance, now becomes support, and as long as Apple is above the 185 area, we are good to go. Long continuation towards the 190.80, and then maybe new all-time highs on Apple towards the 200. No one knows. The only thing we can know is trade what we see, but be careful with the CPI. Once again, I always say it, I sound like a broken record, but it is what it is. No one knows how the market will react to those numbers. And look at this, we are with a doji of a trend line. Some kind of a pullback will be healthy at this point, but as long as 185 is holding, we are good to go. Below it, 181.50 and then 177 to the downside. Microsoft closed the day with an inside candle, having a rough time breaking and staying above the upper border of the yellow zone, the 414 area. Very tough resistance. Now let's see how Microsoft will react to the CPI numbers. Next resistance is the 421.50 and 430 to the upside. Meta trying to stay above the lower border of the yellow zone, trying to stay inside the yellow zone, the most important area of support and resistance. Look at this, just look left. It gives us support, it gives us resistance and support, breaking above the 473 area together with this blue trend line. First we will close this gap at the 484 area, and then the 486.80 will be the next major resistance. Look left. All you need to do is put the FTI in your chart. This is the Fibonacci-Traders indicator. It is my own personal development after 7 years of experience with all that concerns Fibonacci. Everything surrounds Fibonacci, Fibonacci levels, Fibonacci trend lines, everything. And you have this amazing additional to the FTI, this small but super helpful time frame table. You can change the time frames according to the time frames that you are trading, and with one click away it will give you the sentiment on multi time frames. Amazon trying to stay above the 182 area, still holding above it, but nothing much on Amazon. Super dangerous price action, super difficult price action on Amazon. Yes, we are 3 out of 4 time frames we are bullish, but each and every day gives us different sentiment on Amazon. Nothing much here. Now let's see continuation above the 192 area, and then we will meet all this future resistance breaking below the 181.71, and we will see 175. And don't forget, we still have here this gap, and we know that more than 85% of all gaps will get filled. Google, what a day Google had. Google had the developers announcements, went all the way, and then just sideways move in the last 2 hours of the day, closed the day with a doji, all this area, the 171.60, very tough resistance. But as we said, as long as Google is above this yellow trend line, bullish on all time frames on Google, Google for now looks super strong. Netflix closed the day with a doji, 0.5% to the downside. Very tight price action. 602 is the support. Look left, it was a very important area of support over here. Now the 618 area from resistance to support, resistance. Now once again in the past 5 trading days, resistance. This is why I say the FTI is the ultimate tool that you need on your chart, with more than 85% chance that it will tell you where price might be heading next. Look at PLTR, still inside a downtrend channel, bearish on all time frames. The 2040 holding as a very important area of support, breaking down and under, and this gap at the 18 will get filled. Overall, nothing much on PLTR for longs. Just ask yourself, what will be if PLTR will break below this area? It will go to the 1835 and then to this gap over here. Tesla with 3.3% to the upside. Is it time to buy Tesla? Now, let's see. Look at this area. You know this blue trend line. We drew this blue trend line. It's a very important area of resistance. Now, resistance. During the high of the day, went all the way to the blue trend line, got rejected by the blue trend line, by the upper border of the yellow zone, got rejected, trying to break above this short-term downtrend channel. Let's clean the chart and let's see, what do we have? For now, we can take Fibonacci. Swing low, swing high. Bounced off the 50% retracement, trying to break above the 618. Next is the 186, breaking down and under, and the 168 we need to hold once again as support. Overall, if you take now trend lines, you can see that we are still inside this downtrend channel. We need another day or two, basing above the 176 area, and then we can start slowly build our long position on Tesla, going towards the 186 and 199, but it's still early, and of course it's only my opinion. Everything that you see and hear on my channel is for educational purposes only. Nothing here is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please, it's your money. Take care of your money. Which brings me to GME and AMC. If you don't know how to play this game, this is a super different game, very different game, playing GME and AMC and all these meme stocks. This is not regular trading. Look at GME, went all the way from yesterday's closing to the high, from Monday's closing to the high of Tuesday, went 120%. Even if you went here and then went all the way back, 45%. Super dangerous. Look at this candle. Do you really want to be inside this candle? You want to put your money on these kind of candles? Super dangerous. AMC, same thing. Look at this. AMC at some point went all the way to 130% gains, but this candle took it all the way down at some point, back 50%. Just imagine. If you don't know how to play this game, don't play this game. It's like playing poker without knowing how to play cards. Same thing. You can play, but you need to know the rules. These rules, the meme stock rules, are super different rules than anything else that you're trying to trade. From 142% to the upside, look at this nasty sell-off, 50%. Close the day, only 42% down from the daily's highs. Careful, super careful playing these games. MicroStrategy entering the S&P 500. Now we can put Fibonacci on the chart. Yellow zone, resistance breaking up and above, and we will see 1420 and then 1560 to the upside. We are starting to get bullish on multi-time frames. I want to see another day or two basing inside the yellow zone above the 1300, and then we can start building our long position slowly on a MicroStrategy. And when I say we, I mean the Fibonacci Traders Discord. Join us today. We have trading floor in English, we have trading floor in Hebrew, premium day trades, swing lounge, options room, crypto, general chats, and more. All the channels that you need, all the information under one roof. And yes, we are making money not every day because we don't need to trade every day. We trade and we help each other to catch the A+ setups. Some days we catch 3-4 setups. Some days only 1 setup. Some days we do nothing because we are concentrate on one thing only, to help one another to make money. Nvidia still moving sideways, tight price action between the 890 and the 922, breaking up and above, and Nvidia will revisit the 972, breaking below the 890, and this gap at 860 will get filled. SMCI 5% to the upside, but zoom out. What do you see? Mixed signal from the FTI, still under the yellow zone, still under the sell signal on the daily, and still inside this downtrend red channel. Only a break, and inside the 883 area, then we can start reevaluate if it's the good time to start long position on SMCI. AMD continue to slide down on this red trend line, and as long as AMD continues to slide down, and it doesn't matter if it's above this red trend line or below this red trend line, this red trend line takes us one way to the downside. So is it time to start buying AMD? The answer is in front of your eyes. You have mixed signals, you have red trend line that takes, for now, takes AMD to the downside, back to the 141, only above, at least 2 days above the 160 area, and then we can start taking long position on AMD. And if you don't want to trade alone, because trading is a very lonely job, don't trade alone. Join the Fibonacci Traders Discord. We have an elite team of day traders, of swing traders, futures, crypto, whatever you want. Join us today and you will join and you will stop trading alone. Think about it. Not only your eyes on the charts, you have multiple set of eyes that will help you find the next A+ setup to make money. Check the links in the description below. Join the Fibonacci Traders today and become a professional trader, a part of a team of professional traders. SGML, we have been talking about this since it broke the 1580 area in the past few days, holding above the 1688, long continuation above the 1830, and we will see 2025 and 2260 to the upside. Last but not least, SoFi, perfect example of why one candle, and it doesn't matter how big, how strong this candle is, in this case 5% to the upside, it doesn't matter because SoFi is still under this blue trend line, and each and every time SoFi tries to break above this trend line, it's getting rejected. The 7 area is the support, below it 660, only a weekly close above this blue trend line, and then we can reevaluate if it's time to go long on SoFi. Once again, thank you very much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell because we are going live every day, 8:29 Eastern Time, preparing together for the next trading day. Until then, stay safe.